The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people.
Let's go
but
now.
You absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Ready?
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Let's go!
The shotgun snap to Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Check smash! Check smash!
Give to Bigsby on the option. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Rams defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Third and 2, now Lawrence. And the They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80. Go.
Back to throw, Willis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready, set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Okay,
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to find Jamison Williams, and now it's 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Well, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Let's go.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
Here's a give to Bigsby. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hurt, hurt.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Rams.
Rondale Moore
from 10 yards out.
And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Hilliard now from his end zone.
And bulldozing his way through.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone.
Hey,
now
Ron.
they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Lawrence will throw.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, easy, route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position. as they take over. They go play action here on first down.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Hilliard now from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. It's complete to Williams. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams are able to add on to that lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Done. Sink right.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They go play action with Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Lion. Hey, kill. Silver.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
On red.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Silver.
Here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 10 yards out. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more, because remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Now Willis to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, L.A. Noah Fant, 57 yards. And the Rams are able to stretch out their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hilliard now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
All right, let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
A run here with Bigsby. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Bigsby once more. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set up. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Jags are right back in this football game.
Ready, ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey.
Now Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Lisa 24.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Great job.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Silver.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Rip 23.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Lawrence's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
All right, let's go. Here we go, son.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Come on, set. Head the street.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, LA! Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hilliard now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Hey, go!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Second and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right, and this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Ready up!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On play action, Lawrence. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, hey, hey.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Lisa, 24.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Go, Reed, go. Go.
On the carry, Bigsby. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 7. Another run by Bigsby. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 96 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just